Metzger. Welcome back to the Chem Exam Prep course, and we are in Module 2 where we're doing the countdown. We're on countdown number 9, so we really are just getting started. We showed you the number 9 question that was most missed, and it was dealing with the ability to understand atoms and eliminate some of the choices on like a sort of a response, like is this true or not. So what we want to do is go back to the concept of isotopes, because in some ways it really helps us understand the whole idea of an atom in terms of what we care about is neutrons, protons, and electrons. So as a review, we looked at the slide before in terms of how many neutrons, how many protons, and how many electrons species can have, and if there's different number of neutrons, then that's a definition of an isotope. But what we can also take a look at this is that, hey, atoms can have different charge. I mean, while this slide is talking about isotopes, we do know with cations and anions that you can gain electrons, you can lose electrons, so your charge can change. And we also know that you can have, you can add neutrons, so your mass can change. So by definition, atoms, while we know, but the rule is an element is defined by its number of protons. If you change the number of protons, you're talking about a whole new element. But it can change the number of electrons, and it can change the number of neutrons. That's where we have degrees of freedom. So therefore, we know that atoms are not exactly the same, because they can have more or less electrons, and they can have more or less neutrons. And again, this is sort of a review with the carbon isotope and the tritium, so we covered that. So if we really have a good fundamental understanding of the atom, electrons, protons, and neutrons, I think you'll also be able to answer questions such as, are atoms the same? How many electrons do they have? Are these the same type of atoms? Is sulfur 32 equal to bromine 79? Or you just will have a good foundation to help you answer these type of diving into the atom and how many protons and how many electrons, and are they the same, or how are these different, etc. So let's take a look at some questions that might be similar to that one that tricked up the students, and we'll do that in the forecast. So thanks for watching part 2 of the training, and we will pick it up in the forecast section. Thanks very much. This is Brian Metzger signing off with Module 1.2b.